name is Cynthia. I'm from Shoreline Community College. I am an academic advisor there, and I have been working at Shoreline for about 14 years. And Shoreline is a wonderful place, so I hope I can show you what a great place it is. I lived in Japan a long time ago, so I have a feeling of Japan, but I kind of forgot how to speak Japanese. So Akito will help me with the presentation. Akito, do you want to introduce yourself?
私の名前は鈴木明人で、将来に3年ぐらい通っていて、シンセアは自分のアドバイザーとしてずっと助けてもらってた人です。でもし英語でわからないことがあれば、質問してもらえればお答え随時お答えするので、気軽にありがたいです。よろしくお願いします。
Okay. So what is a community college? I know you had a presentation about this already, but I will share a little bit about that. Shoreline is a community college, and of course we also have research universities and private colleges and universities. Many of our students transfer to the research universities like the University of Washington. So how many colleges and universities are there in the United States? 4,627. That's amazing. The whole lot. And community colleges, there's 1,462. Shoreline is one of those 1,400. And this is the biggest thing that you will advantage of coming to a community college. Is the price savings. You can go to university 2 years at Shoreline and then 2 years at one of these other universities, University of Washington, UCLA, Berkeley, NYU. The price is much higher. So for example, if you go to University of Washington for 4 years, it's a lot more expensive than 2 years at Shoreline and 2 years at the University of Washington. So what can you learn at a community college? The same things. So we have many options. Most students choose either 2+2 transfer, or we have some professional and technical programs that students really like. We also have high school completion if students want to finish high school early, but I think that's not a big popular option in Japan. Also, we have ESL. You can come without IELTS. You don't need TOEFL. You don't need ACAN. You can come directly to Shoreline and take the placement test. And we have fully online classes. Even for ESL, everything is online right now because of COVID. So we've discovered it's possible to be fully online. Akito, you want to sort of give a overview?
Okay. コミュニティカレッジは約2年間の専門学校と同じような学校になっていて、そこで英語と同時進行で自分の学部を学んでいくって学校になっています。それで、4年生大学に編入をするのが基本的なんですが、4年生大学に編入した後は大学3年生から始められるので、実質的には4年で大学を卒業することができるようになっています。例えば、多くの日本人留学生は、その将来コミュニティカレッジ2年行き、日本の4年生大学に2年行って、日本のその行った大学の卒業証書を得て就職っていう形になってますね。あと、将来では、高校卒業証明書が取れるので、高校の途中から行く留学生がたくさんいるんですね。まあ、日本ではあまり稀なケースなんですけど、でも、ショアラインで高校卒業の資格を取れるので、そこで資格を取って大学に行くって方もいますね。あとは ESL は英語のクラスになっていて、レベルごとに分かれていて、レベルが高ければ高いほど英語が難しくなっていくっていう英語のクラスになってますね。あと、今はコロナでオンラインクラスになってますね。はい、って感じです。
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so these are some of our professional and technical programs. I think popular for Japanese students, probably the most popular is music technology. We have one of our students that's kind of famous for music technology right now. And nursing is sometimes popular, but this is the list of all the different programs that we have. This is how our ESL and Bridge program starts. So ESL starts as just ESL in the yellow, and then as you get better and better, you move into the green and blue area where you're taking some ESL classes, we call them English for academic purposes, and academic classes. And you gradually take more and more academic classes until you get to full-time academic classes. So you're better prepared.
ESL ごとに分かれていて、ESL と EAP があるんですけど、EAP になるともっとすごい発展した英語を学ぶことができて、実用的な英語を学ぶというクラスになっています。そのクラス分けの時は最初に入学するときにテストをしてどこのクラスに入るかって決められるので、テストの点数が高いほどそのクラスを受けなくて済むので、最初のテストが重要になってきます。
We also accept A10. So this is about the 2+2 transfer. Basically, 90 credits, that's 6 quarters at Shoreline after ESL is completed, and then 2 years at a university, and you get the same degree. You don't have to go directly to the university. You can do ESL and 2 years at Shoreline, and then get your bachelor's degree at many different colleges. This is what it looks like. So 2 years at Shoreline, you start here, and you can go anywhere. These are the many colleges that our students have transferred to. And Akito is one of the famous students who went to Seattle University. It's a great university in Seattle. People fall in love with Seattle. It's a great location, and they want to stay. We also have transfer admission guarantees, where students can go to these colleges if they sign up when they enter Shoreline. And they have certain requirements if they want to go there. So lots of great schools. Seattle University is one of those schools. Western Washington University is also very popular with Japanese students. And this is what the letters look like. You don't need to read everything, but it's a guarantee. If you meet a certain GPA, and I think it's 3.0 for Seattle University at least. If you meet that GPA, you're guaranteed to get into those colleges.
GPA っていうのはアメリカの成績の単位になっていて、基本的には 4.0 が一番上になっていて、シアトル大学になると 3.0 が最低ラインになっていて、それは授業で成績決められるので、授業でいい成績を取れば大体の大学には編入できますよという話になってます。
Thank you. So these are all of the different majors for the Associate in Arts degree at Shoreline. Many of our students want to study business or computer science. Those are very popular right now. But psychology and communications are also very popular at Shoreline. And that's the Associate of Arts, and this is the Associate of Science. Did I miss it? No. Associate of Science is art degrees like engineering, science, any kind of food technology, food science, and computer science sometimes is an Associate in Science. And this is a list of schools that our students have transferred to. Our students have transferred to over 200 different universities. But these are the most popular. Fully online learning, you can start now, and you can transfer those credits. Those credits will count towards your degree, and they will count towards your transfer. So you can start at any time. You can start now, you can start before you finish high school, after you finish high school, anytime. So why Shoreline? Why is Shoreline a great place? I think these are the top 5 reasons for choosing Shoreline. You don't have to take the TOEFL or IELTS before you come. You don't need to take the SAT or the ACT. You can just come directly. Shoreline is a safe and beautiful location, and it's close to downtown. It's 2 kilometers to downtown Seattle. Our academic advising in our student life is fantastic. There are a lot of support services. We will help you kind of understand the American system so you're completely ready for transfer to the university. It's a huge cost savings, and we have admissions to top universities, top-ranking universities, so when you go home, you can get a great job. So these are some pictures of Shoreline's campus. It's a beautiful campus. Many students choose Shoreline because of how beautiful it is and because it's quiet and it's close to Seattle. And you can focus on your studies easily at Shoreline. This is our campus. We have cherry blossoms just like Japan. And as you can see, that orange building is our office building, and that's where our dining room is, our dining hall, and also the bookstore and the international offices and all the student activities all together. And this is Keisuke studying on the lawn. Keisuke is now a doctor in Japan. We have art classes, so even if you're a business major or a science major, you can take art classes. We have pottery and painting. This is Jisa. Jisa is a music technology major, and she now has her own studio in Seattle. And then this is a theater. We have students that major in drama sometimes as well. Science laboratories. This is some of our student activities, the student life. Our mascot is a dolphin, so his nickname is Dolphy, and he's very cute, and you can see him often on campus. And the top picture is graduation. We have athletics at Shoreline. We have men's basketball and women's basketball, men's baseball and women's softball, and then women have more, women's volleyball and women's soccer. And we also have cheerleading for as a club, if you're interested in cheerleading. So we have 4 academic advisors with a lot of experience to help you. The academic advisors will help you as they will be an assigned advisor. You will each have your own advisor. We have a lot of virtual advising assistants now during the pandemic, but after the pandemic is over, everything is face-to-face. Everyone has a required new student appointment where we plan your whole schedule and make sure you're comfortable with what you need to do. And we also have academic workshops to help you understand the transfer process.
Shoreline Community College にはアドバイザーが4人いて、アドバイザーは例えば将来に入るときは学部を決めなくて基本的に大丈夫なんですけど、例えばどんな学部があるかとか、どんな授業を取ったらいいのかとかいうのをアドバイザーに聞くことによって、それを全部スケジュールしてくれるので、その授業を何取ったらいいかっていうの困らないし、例えばそのアメリカでの生活でこんなことでも聞けるので、そのアメリカでの生活をなるべく不安を減らそうということでアドバイザーがついているので、自分もですね、自分の場合はこの前やったのはトランスファー、編入するときに編入のやり方とかを1から10まで教えてくれるので、基本的にアドバイザーに聞けばアメリカでの生活は大丈夫ですよっていうところです。
Thank you. So these are some of our transfer workshops that we did this year, this fall actually only. We have universities come to talk to our students. We help students with their personal statement for transfer. We had a virtual transfer fair. We have an advisor who went to California, University of California, Davis, and she talks about transferring to California. Many different options. And we also have conversation-type activities, especially during the pandemic. We've had a Zoom coffee and conversation, and then we had a special program just for Japanese students to check in with me and with John, one of the other advisors, and we both got together with the students. So Seattle is a great place, population of 3.5 million, so not as big as LA, not as big as New York. It's kind of the perfect size of a city because it's still safe. Shoreline is about 2 kilometers north, about 15 minutes by car. Shoreline is in Washington, and it's the other Washington. Right now you're hearing a lot about the American election, and that's over here on the right side of your screen in Washington, D.C., and we are all the way over here on the opposite side in Washington State. So these are some of the great things about Seattle. These are our icons, the Space Needle from the World's Fair in 1961, and also Mount Rainier is a great view. Seattle's perfect thing is that you can do recreation in the mountains, skiing and snowboarding, and in the water, there in the Puget Sound, you can kayak and boat and go to the beach, and you have both great options in Seattle. It's a beautiful place. We have the Pike Place Market, CenturyLink Field. We have American football here, but we also have American soccer, which is the Sounders team. Mount Rainier. We have orca whales in Puget Sound. I saw them on a ferry once. It's pretty amazing. We have a lot of industry that started in Seattle. Amazon, Costco, Boeing, Microsoft, Starbucks, they all started in Seattle. So these are also great opportunities sometimes for the possible internship for your optional practical training after you finish your university degree. So Shoreline was founded in 1964, and I think to note, we are Tree Campus USA. One of our students wrote a grant to this organization, and we were awarded a tree designation. 83 acres, huge campus. So Shoreline is in the top 20 of the American community colleges with the most international students. And recently, we were ranked #1 in Washington, which is fabulous, and #12 in the whole U.S. Also, Niche just ranked us as #3 community college, so we are doing very well. A great place. Shoreline has over 60 clubs and organizations. We have an associated student government. We have on-campus employment, where students could work in the tutoring center, for example, or in the computer learning center. And we also have a 1-week orientation. So these are some of the services that we have. We have a 1-week-long new student orientation. During the pandemic, it's a 1-week orientation online, and during regular times, it's 1 week face-to-face. We also have free airport pickup, university transfer fairs. We have special immigration specialists, and we have student leaders. So Akito was a student leader on our campus. He was an international student ambassador. We also have international student leaders, and they help students adjust to the campus, and they help with orientation, and they help with many different things. Do you want to kind of explain that, Akito?
インターナショナルスチューデントリーダーは学校でのイベントを開催するときに中心となってやるあれですね。学級じゃない、生徒会みたいな感じですね。で、自分がやってたアンバサダーはオンライン、ネットでの生徒の助け、例えば E メールが来たらその返信をするとか、新しい留学生が来るって言ったら情報を与えるとか、そういう仕事をしてました。
Thank you. And so if you have questions, you can send an email to our ambassador, and we can help you decide whether your Shoreline is a great place or not. Okay, so Shoreline, you can start any quarter. We have 4 quarters in the year. They're typically 10 weeks each, and you can start fall, winter, spring, which usually starts actually in April, but the orientation is in March. This is the most popular for Japanese, usually, after the school year is over. And then summer is starting in June. Winter quarter starts January 8th this year, and the orientation is December 28th if you decide you want to come early. We have a brand new dorm. It's only been open for 1 year. It's fully furnished and has a kitchen. They're gorgeous dorms right next to our building on campus. You don't have to provide very much. This is another view of the inside. They're quite clean and very cute. These are the general price range from $845 to $1,375, and it depends on whether you have a roommate or a private room, or if you have 4 people in the suite. So these are prices we can discuss with you later if you want. And the second and third options are having a host family. So these top 3 companies are the host family companies that we contract with. And then some students choose to live off campus in off-campus housing. Homestay sometimes provides breakfast only, breakfast and dinner only. You can negotiate that with a host family organization, and you can choose your option. Some options are less expensive, so I think if you're trying to save money, this is probably the best option. Do you want to sort of talk about the 3 different options?
アメリカで生活する上で、クリスヤは3個のオプションがあるって言ってて、1つは学校にある寮に生活するか、ホームステイをやるか、あとアパートに住むかなんですけど、多分おそらくホームステイが一番安いんですけど、そのファザーとかマザーがご飯を作ってくれるかわからないので、それはその相手とお話をして決めるってことになってきますね。だって学校での寮は基本的にはご飯とかないので、ご飯とか自分で別に買って作るっていう形になってます。
Thank you. ありがとう。So these are the costs for 1 year at Shoreline. $20,700 includes everything for a year. So that includes your tuition, your fees, your books, room and board, health insurance, and for some personal expenses. I feel like that personal expenses, I'm a mom and I'm a parent, and I know that might not be enough, but I think that you can do it. We also have scholarships. We have $500 merit-based scholarships for new students, a new student scholarship, and you don't have to write an essay. It's automatic. If they consider all the applications and they choose 2 from Japan. So these are some of our students that have studied at Shoreline. This is Hikari. She went to the University of Washington. She was accepted at UCLA, and she decided to go to University of Washington because she loves Seattle. Keiji went to the University of Idaho in business. Daigoro went to Western Washington University, and Hiroto went to UC Davis. And this is our famous basketball player, Ray. Ray went to Virginia Tech, and he was on our basketball team. He loved basketball. It's possible to come to Shoreline and play sports. It's a nice option. We have a baseball team that we have a new Japanese student who just came to Shoreline who will be on the baseball team. Kana went to UCLA, and this is the year before Akito, International Student Ambassador Ichiro, went to Seattle U as well. So picture yourself here, picture yourself in Seattle, such a great location, such a beautiful place. You'll be comfortable, we have a great community, and we would love to have you come to Shoreline. Questions? Akito, do you want to say anything else about your experience? Do you want to share a little?
そうですね。ショーラインで生活する上で自分が気に入っていることは、あれですね、シアトルって意外と栄えてる街で、自分の学部がコンピューター系の学部なんですけど、アマゾンとか、マイクロソフトとか、ボーイングとか、すごいそのコンピューターでも世界でトップを誇っている企業があって、その周りにもコンピューターを触れる機会がたくさんあるので、そこで自分はシアトルに留学することを決めました。で、あとは、あれです。 さっき言ってたマウントレーニアっていうなんかすごい自然にも囲まれてる場所なので、すごいリラックスしながら生活できる場所になってます。
はい。ありがとうございます。Thank you, thank you. Okay, now we are going to the question. じゃあ今からちょっと質問コーナーに入りたいと思います。はい。では、一番最初の質問からなんですけども、鈴木さんはいつご留学されましたかというのと、今ちょっとお答えをいただいたんですが、留学生活についても、もう少しプラスアルファがあればお答えいただきたいと思います。
はい、そうですね。自分が留学を決めたのは高校卒業してすぐなんですけど、留学って考えるとみんな多分専門学校とかに行ってから、じゃあ短期留学しようっていう考えの人が多いと思うんですけど、短期留学って結局はその短い時間で英語を学ぶっていうので、あまり英語の喋れるようになるかって言われたらそうではないと思うんですね。なので、留学するんであれば、多分高校卒業してからすぐに留学した方が英語力が伸びると思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。あとは、今、オンライン授業というのは聞いたと思うんですけれども、いつ頃からその対面授業に移そうかなっていうような時がいかがですかね。
そうですね。今、シアトルは4学生で春、夏、秋、冬であるんですけど、
はい、
今、秋の授業を受けていて、秋の授業はもう完全にオンラインで、次の冬の授業も完全にオンラインになっているので、次の3月までは、来年の3月までは確実にオンラインになっていて、これからコロナの状況に応じて、多分冬の学期中に学校がオンラインにするか対面授業にするか決めかねてるってところなので、まだわからない状況ですね。
かしこまりました。詳しくご存知でありがとうございます。では、9月もなんですけども、どこの大学に編入している方が多いですかという質問が来ています。
そうですね。自分のそのショアラインコミュニティカレッジに限っては、ワシントン大学っていう世界でもすごい、東大よりも上の学校にトランスファーしてる人が多いですね。でも、すごい成績が良くないと入れないので、自分は入ろうと思ったんですけど、入れなくてシアトル大学っていうところに入ります。シアトル大学でも結構あれですね、G マーチよりちょっと上ぐらいのレベルなので、その別に入れなくても、ダメとかではないので、結構、編入するときはいい大学に入れると思い
ます。いいですね。かしこまりました。ありがとうございます。では、続きまして、アメリカの、大学に行った場合に、基本アルバイトって、アメリカの大学の校内でしかできないという、ルールがあるかと思うんですけれども、
はい。
鈴木さんの、お友達だったり、鈴木さんも含めて、どれぐらいの人がその校内でアルバイトとかしているかっていうのはご存知ですか？
そうですね。自分の学校は、さっき申したインターナショナルスチューデントリーダーとインターナショナルステートアンバサダーっていう2つしかないので、日本人の学生が今多分20人ぐらいしかいないんですけど、その中で2人ぐらいがアルバイトできるような形になっていますね。基本的なアルバイトができないっていう形にはなっています。
なるほど、なるほど。20人に2人だと結構少ないですね。10人に1人って計算ですもんね。
応募はできるんで、あとはすごい面接頑張ったりとかすれば、
はい。
バイトができるんで。
なるほど。みんな結構、アルバイトの面接自体は受ける方多いんですか？
そうですね。自分の時もほぼ日本人全員が応募して、自分が受かられたっていう形になっているので、結構みんなそうですね。バイトはしたいみたいな。
そうなんですね。なるほど、なるほど。かしこまりました。では、一応これで、ご質問のお時間となりましたので、質問コーナー終了させていきたいと思います。本日はどうもありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.